GM. So, the entry on a cash seems pretty good now. Something I want to... I'm a bit annoyed because 350 when I said the other day I was getting a cash turns out to be a good entry. But this price pattern is so fucking indicative of accumulation. And I'm a bit pissed off that I didn't like take a short term trade as well. But of course, that's hindsight. Okay, hindsight's 2020, and we all miss trades. So, and also I don't trade a cash, so I bought more. 350, bought the dip. Happy with that. Still think it goes to multi-billion, biggest AI project. Think it does great. However, obviously a lot of people are going to be FOMOing hard now because the cash is the biggest performing coin on the day. It's absolutely exploded. And the reason why is because it's got listed on Upbit, a South Korean exchange. And there's a meta within crypto, a game, a narrative, a trend. Getting listed on South Korean exchanges tends to produce a big impulsive move, especially Upbit, because the Koreans are absolute degenerate gamblers and they love it. So in Korea, there's no leverage trading. So they absolutely just ape stuff on spot. And they're well known to be very, very degenerate. So the big pump is going to be, look, it's good. I said this in the chat earlier. This is 100 times better than price nuking. But in the short term, it's going to create a lot of FOMO and it's going to leave an inefficiency behind. And it depends. I don't know if the market has had long enough to reset. Maybe it has. It was only when did I do the AKT video last? Was it on, I think it was on Monday, right? Where I was covering trade of the day. What day was it? Oh, it was only fucking yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday we talked about a cash. I talked about how bullish it was. I talked about the Bitcoin chart especially. I was saying, if you're looking at coins, compare them against Bitcoin. Now, before this even happened, Akash was looking fucking amazing against Bitcoin. Now, it's just looking ridiculous. Incredible. And that monthly reversal is just insane. So, look, should you FOMO in here? Nope. But like I've said all the way along, I told you when I first bought, I told you when I second bought, and I told you when I've bought the third time. So, there's not much more I can do other than say every time I buy, which is 55 cents, $2.40, and $3.50. In the short term, I wouldn't be surprised to see some consolidation, to see a lot of this gap, fill back in, especially if it's not time for a cash to continue to a massive new move. I don't know. My gut feeling would say that it has to have some consolidation and build up a proper base before actually breaking out. Who knows? Who knows? Market can do whatever it's going to do. It's also recently listed on Coinbase, don't forget. And now the Coinbase chart looks incredible. So in one candle, it's retraced, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of post-listing dump. And overall, AKT looks fantastic. Best coin in the market, really. All things considered, excluding some super low cap meme coins, this is literally the best chart in crypto. And has been since middle of last year. Steady uptrend, accumulate all the way, dip back, gets bought up, boom, away we go. There's not much else that looks as good as that. There's a lot of coins that have had big moves that look like they're finished with blow off tops or broken structures. I think a cash goes a lot higher. So there's an AKT conference or whatever you want to call it. Next, someone tagged me about it. I can't remember. It might have been overnight they tagged me. I saw it on my phone. for a cash. I just want to get the exact date for it. 28th, yeah. Yeah, it was Hayabusa was telling me. The 28th of May is when there's an AKT, a cash conference. So that's about a month away. That's just something to note. I said last night that that's not going to matter for the market, but it'll matter for a cash, right? So if the market's bullish, cash will do well. If it's not, it won't. A conference the size of that is not going to have a huge effect if the market's not ready. And that's the big thing I'm saying now. Like with this move, great move, glad to see it. Our cash bags are pumping, excellent. Just give it a few days. See what happens. But can't complain. Best coin, GM. Good stuff of cash. If you haven't bought, same thing I've said now for 9 months, right? If you want to find an entry, find an entry. If you keep asking after it pumps, where do I get in? You're doing something wrong because it's been going up for 10 months, 11 months. If you see it pump and then you say, oh, fuck that, and then you go away and then it goes off and it comes back and it pulls back and you don't buy in on the pullback and then it pumps again, then just forget about it. Move on. Trade some other coin, right? There was ample opportunity to get in. There's corrections. That was a deep correction. It dipped down. Again, same thing. A good example of don't wait for like the 200-day moving average. It doesn't have to hit it. It has to be a correction. It has to go deep. And then you just buy. That's why I bought 350 and didn't wait for the 200-day moving average. If it went there, great. But it doesn't have to go there. What's the important thing? It's not at the top. And it went down 53%. Use that as well for any of your other coins you're looking at. They don't have to go to any specific point that you want them to go to. So anyway, GM to Akash, GM to all the Akash holders, real world students, top performer on the day, GM.